What's going on, guys, and welcome back to WWE Network and Chill, where every single week I, Graham G.S. Matthews, break down all the original programming that I watch on the WWE Network, as well as on the E! Network, as for the first time in many months, today we're talking the return of Total Bellas. Now, I did review the second season of Total Bellas, which I think is now available on the WWE Network, in addition to Season 1, which I have yet to review. I might go back at some point and check it out. I've already seen Season 1. I did not review it here on the channel. But anyway, I did talk about the 7th season, I think it was, of Total Divas in the time that I talked about Total Bellas Season 2 and now Total Bellas Season 3. Are you confused yet? There's a lot of seasons of multiple different shows. But anyway, it looks like this will be the schedule going forward. Now, it might be a little messed up for the next few days, but there will be no more random video blogs for the foreseeable future. No more injections of inspirations at any point in the foreseeable future. I will bring that back likely at some point, just taking a break from that right now. Instead, we will have new network and chills. The remainder, the rest of the YouTube schedule that I usually stick to, that I have stuck to for the last number of months, will likely not change. So that being said, network and chill, new episodes every Monday, as well as on every new Friday as well. Monday, I'll be talking about the Total Bella Show that airs on Sundays. And again, that's today I'm talking about it just because it returned last Sunday and Monday already passed. It's a whole fucking mess. I realize that. But every Monday we'll be talking about the new episode of Total Bellas from the night before, and then every new Friday I'll be talking about whatever airs in the network on the Mondays after Raw. So just to keep that in mind, no new video blogs, random video blogs for the foreseeable future, as well as the injection of inspiration editions as well. So anyway, Total Bellas Season 3, the return from last Sunday on the E! Network. This episode was entitled, Have You Seen Her? So obviously a lot of hype around the first, the first episode of the new season after, John and Nikki broke up and now they're reportedly back together and all this other fucking nonsense. Hopefully this season will shine some light on the issues between Cena and Nikki as to why they broke up in the first place. Reportedly, it might have been an entire work. We're not really sure yet, but nonetheless, to kick off the episode, we kind of pick up where we left off with Total Divas, with Brie now a mom. John Cena is still busy with multiple projects. Daniel Bryan, this was not talked about in Total Divas, but Daniel Bryan planning to return to the ring. And obviously that's going to be the big series finale with Daniel Bryan finally returning to the ring at WrestleMania after having to retire a few years ago, which was kind of the reason why. I think that was all happening during the first season of Total Bellas a few years ago, where Brie and Nikki were living with John, or rather, I think it was Brie and Bryan living with John and Nikki, and Bryan didn't want to do it because he was just not in the right place mentally after having to retire from the ring, so that whole thing was going down. But he is returning to the ring this season, so he's planning for his comeback, which is going to be pretty cool to watch as this season goes on. And Nikki, after being proposed to by John Cena at the end of Total Bellas Season 2 at WrestleMania 33, she's preparing for her big wedding. So Cena proposes to Nikki again when they go on some trip at the start of this episode, kind of to do it more formally. She appreciates that, and she wants their families to meet. Apparently John's family, he's so busy, his family has never really met Nikki's family. Of course, his parents, or at least definitely his dad, but probably his mom as well after what happened at WrestleMania, has met Nikki, but they've never really been in the same place at the same time. So Nikki wants to organize that, especially before the big wedding at some point in the not-so-distant future, hopefully. Meanwhile, the Birdie Bee headquarters, the new business that Brie and Nikki started up at the headquarters have moved, and they're busy with that. Brie wants to get back into the ring for Raw 25, in time for Raw 25. So I'm not sure when this season kicks off, or what time period, but Raw 25 is in January. It's coming up quickly. She wants to get back in ring shape. And I think we kind of looked at that a bit during Total Divas, when Brie was kind of insecure about her body, after giving birth, and she's not sure if she ever will be able to wrestle again, but she wants to. She wants to get back into the ring in time for Raw 25. But she talks about being super busy with the new Birdie Joe, or with the Birdie Bee stuff, as well as with her new baby Birdie Joe, and she can't really juggle everything without the help of Daniel Bryan, her husband. So Daniel Bryan's been helping out a lot with Birdie Joe, while she's been busy with other projects. Meanwhile, JJ and his baby, I think Vivian is the baby's name, who is the baby of JJ and his wife Lauren. I think they're married. I'm pretty sure they're married. Mama Bella, John Laurinaitis, they all come to visit Nikki and John at their new house. I think Nikki has since moved in with John at this point, and John Cena gets super excited over a rug coming in the mail. I guess he gets this new rug, he puts it in, he installs it while the family's in the house and another part of the house. So he gets super excited about the rug, and for the first time in what Nikki feels ever, he's, kind of showing off this side of himself that he has really yet to show off to any other person in the family except for Nikki herself. So they kind of get to see the fun side of Cena that's not all about the rules and taking up the shoes in the house and this and that. So Brie and Brian come to visit as well, and they're kind of surprised to see that they can wear shoes now in the house and they don't have to take their shoes off. Very happy about that. And Nikki, upon, kind of showing everyone else the house and giving everyone a walkthrough of the new house and what it looks like and whatnot, they want to build a nursery because they bring Birdie Joe with them to the new house. And Nikki and Brie kind of get excited about the idea of a nursery being built at some point in, somewhere in the house. And John says, absolutely not. The Bellas do a Birdie B shoot with their new lingerie, and Brie talks about missing Birdie on the carousel because I guess when Brie was doing the shoot, Brian had taken Birdie out to go on a carousel, whatever. So she kind of misses being a part of those moments while she's out busy doing other stuff. The Bella twins, she continues on to be busy, going to Napa Valley to bottle some wine and to taste their new wine line that's out or whatever. Nikki thinks that it's going to be hard for Brie to balance being busy and being a mom. She's obviously having trouble doing both, based off the fact that she is upset that she can't be there for all the moments that Birdie Joe gets to experience. She has to experience some of those things through the phone and through footage and stuff like that, and through Skype and through FaceTime because she's busy out. She's busy out doing and juggling other certain stuff. So anyway, the wine sells out. They have a lot of success with the wine that they're selling. John Cena, they mentioned, wants to get married where he's from, West Newbury. Whereas Brie thinks, hey, you know what? I think it'd be pretty cool if you guys got busy out here, or got married out here in Napa Valley. It's a beautiful site. I think it'd be great. But Nikki says, no, this guy didn't even want to get married in the first place. Let's stick to his wishes and getting married where he's from, where he wants to get married, that being West Newbury. So Brie's like, Nikki thinks about everyone else but herself, but I think in this case, she deserves to get married where she wants to get married, that being in Napa Valley. Anyway, Brian, John Laurinaitis, Mama Bella, Brian, JJ Lorian, Vivian, and Birdie Joe, pretty much everyone but Brie and Nikki, go swimming without Brie knowing, and Brian's going to have Mama Bella record it on her phone so he could show Brie later. Not the smartest idea. Brian does not seem like the type of person that would do that would go out and take Birdie Joe on this first huge milestone of swimming without Brie knowing. He doesn't really seem like that type of person. This was obviously done for the show. There's a lot of things I assume are done for the show. But anyway, Mama Bella attempts to capture most of what's happening on camera, and I say attempts because she's not the best filmographer, so to speak. She gets only really half of Birdie Joe swimming with Daniel Bryan. Anyway, she videotapes it. Doesn't really come out too well, but Bryan does eventually show her the footage, and Brie's really hurt that he wasn't there for it. Anyway, the Bellas look into the possible wedding site in Napa Valley. Brie says that she wants Nikki to do what she wants. Nikki's just happy that John Cena wants to get married at all, like I talked about earlier. So they show Birdie Joe the tape. Brian shows Brie the Birdie Joe tape. There's a lot of fucking B's. I'm getting all these B names mixed up. All the B names mixed up here. But anyway, he shows Brie the Birdie Joe footage that Birdie Joe went swimming without Brie. And she likes it, but it's more like a slap in the face to her. That she didn't know about it, and she wished she could have been there to experience it. And the fact that the footage really isn't all that great due to Mama Bella's kind of shaky camera work does not make Brie all that up. Does not really make Brie all that happy. And Brian says that she's bitter, but, she wishes that she could have been there for those certain moments. And it's at that point where Brie, she feels hurt, and she also realizes, I want to be Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman didn't have kids, and I can't do everything on my own. And we also hear from Nikki that, seeing Birdie Joe makes Nikki really, really happy, and that she wants kids of her own, which we've known since day one of Total Divas. But she brought it up to John recently again, and he said absolutely not. So that was the end of that. Anyway, so they have some sort of downtown Abbey dinner at John Cena's place. The entire family comes and joins, at least the immediate family members, not everyone of both families, like I talked about earlier. That does not happen, I don't think, yet. But John Cena talks about getting rid of the rules just because he can never get together with his family, so he feels like he kind of needs to break it down a bit. needs to be a bit more relaxed and not so uptight, and this is kind of his way of getting the entire family together without everyone being so, not without tension being in the air and stuff like that. So there is some discussion of Brie's in-ring feature as a mom, if she can continue to wrestle while being a mother. And Nikki gets sad about being lonely because she's not going to have a family. She might have John as her husband, but she's not going to have any kids. And she gets really sad about feeling, she's going to feel lonely in the not-so-distant future, as well as down the line when she doesn't have kids by her side. Then Brie feels that Nikki always thinks about everyone else but herself, and that she really, really, really wants a family. And that's going to be the theme of the season, I feel like. That kind of ended off this episode on a cliffhanger, that Nikki really wants the family, but is she going to get it in this relationship with John? And they even mentioned, John makes her really, really happy, but if John's not going to give her what she wants, then she might as well cut bait, but it's tough to do that with someone that you've been with for 5 years. So, again, we'll talk more about that as the season progresses here on the Total Bellas Reviews here for Season 3. So, thanks for checking out the show. I appreciate it. Kind of get back into doing the hang of these things. Got to get back in the hang of doing these type of reviews. That's kind of different than any other review I do here on the channel, from like the WWE Network and Chill stuff into the Wrestle Rant stuff. So, it's been a while since I reviewed a show quite like this in terms of recapping it and taking notes and whatever. So hopefully I kind of get my mojo back when it comes to reviewing the Total Bellas episodes here on WWE Network and Chill. So again, guys, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to check out this episode. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews. We'll be back at some point in the next few days with my review of the Total Bellas, of the Table for 3 episode from this past week on the WWE Network, featuring Edge, Christian, and the Hardy Boys. Should be great. The TLC Icons episode. So until then, guys, have a great weekend. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.